discuss about the preparatory procedures of the ethers. Then after this, next properties of the ethers. See, ethers. See, you know, this is the water. And the alcohols and the ethers are the derivatives of water. This is here there are two hydrogens. If the one hydrogen is removed, see, if the one of the hydrogens is replaced with the alkyl or aryl groups, then the resulted group of organic compounds are called as the alcohols, that you know. So if the both the hydrogens are replaced with the, that is alkyl or aryl groups, then they are called as the ethers. Both are the functional groups. So we know about the alcohols. Still, that is still this contains the one hydrogen attached to the oxygen. Therefore, the alcohol properties are more related or closely related to the, that is water. But ether without hydrogen connected to the oxygen, therefore their properties are totally different. See, the majority of the properties of the alcohols are due to the OH bond, O and H bond, and C and O bond. Here only oxygen is connected to the carbon, hydrogen is not there. This can be also called as the R2O, alkoxides. Oxides of the, you call it as Na2O, it is considered as the oxide of sodium, sodium oxide. Similarly, we can call it as the dialkyl oxide or alkyl oxide. Alkyl oxide or dialkyl oxide. Sodium oxide, disodium oxide, alkyl oxide. See here, this is, now two groups are connected here. Now based on the nature of the groups connected, they are classified into three types. So if both R's are R and R, this is R and this is R prime. This is, both are R is equal to R prime, then both are same, it's called as the simple ether. Simple ethers. So dimethyl ether, diethyl ether, simply known as the ether, diphenyl ether. See, whatever it is, that's the simple ether or symmetrical ethers. The second one is R is not equal to R prime, both are different. They are called as the mixed ethers. R, that is unsymmetrical ethers. Symmetrical ethers. So methyl ethyl ether, phenyl methyl ether, or any sort, anisole, PHOET, phenatol, whatever it is, that's the ethyl, that is isopropyl ether. These are all come under the category of the, that is ethers, unsymmetrical ethers. The third category is the, that is cyclic ethers, where the ethereal oxygen is the part of the ring. That is, this is the three-member ring. If you disconnect it, it will be the dimethyl ether. It will connect each other two methyl group. That is the ethylene oxide or the oxocyclopropane, or it's also called as the oxirane. You know, that is called as the epoxide also. The three-membered ether ring is called as the epoxide. It's a three-member ring. Triatomic ring triatomic ring with oxygen atom is called as the oxirane. This is oxirane. So general name is that is epoxides. Simple epoxide. Or it can be anything. This is the need not be. That is butane, oxacyclobutane. That is oxacyclopentane, which is known as the tetrahydrofuran, common name. It is derived from the furan by hydrogenation of furan. This is formed. These are all the cyclic ethers. So three-membered cyclic ethers are called as that is epoxides. So they are very unstable because of the three-member ring. They have the special properties. So that is cyclic ethers. Now for the naming purpose, ethers are taken as the derivatives of alkanes, hydrocarbons. That is for the IUPAC naming. See, this is normal symmetrical ether, dimethyl ether. We say it as that by saying the dimethyl ether or methoxymethyl. See, this is the functional group without suffix, only prefix. It is considered as a substituent for the purpose of naming. This is methane. It is considered as the other alkyl group with oxygen is considered as the ethoxy. This is and ethoxyethane. One alkyl group is considered ethoxyethane. The common name is diethyl ether. The next one is and this is CH3, CH2, OCH3. Now this is the bigger alkyl group is taken as the hydrocarbon. The smaller alkyl group with oxygen is taken as the substituent. Methoxyethane is the IUPAC name. Common name is ethyl methyl ether. So that is if you take the benzene, attach the methyl group, this is the bigger hydrocarbon part is taken as the parent compound benzene. This is taken as the substituent, that is methyl group with oxygen, methoxybenzene. This is methoxybenzene is the IUPAC name. It is also called as the anisole. And that is methyl phenyl ether is the common name. Similarly, there can be any number of this thing. This is the CH2, that is OCH3. 1-methoxy propane. It is treated as a methoxy group is treated as a substituent. So that is I told you this is a functional group without prefix, without suffix, only prefix is used. Methoxy propane. And this is the methyl propyl ether. So this one. And if you take the CH2, CH, OCH3 diether, this is just take it as a propane is the parent compound, dimethoxy. 2 methoxy groups are there, 1,1-dimethoxy propane. This is the geminal diether. Geminal diethers are called as the acetals or ketols. If it is a terminal geminal diether, the 2 ether groups are on the terminal carbon, end carbon, then it is called as the acetal. So this is IUPAC name is 1,1-methoxy propane. Like 1,1-dichloropropane. This is all come under the category of acetal. General term is the acetal. Acetals are stable in the base and unstable in the acid medium. Readily undergoes the hydrolysis. Acetal. Suppose if you take that is OMe, geminal diether, but it is not on the terminal carbon of the given hydrocarbon, then it is called as the ketol. This is 2,2-dimethoxy propane. This is the IUPAC name. and this is called the common the category of ketol. What is ketol? That is, ketol is nothing but the geminal diether. Geminal diether can be an acetal or ketol. If it is on the terminal carbon, acetal. If it is on the non-terminal carbon, it is ketol. It is a ketol. Acetals and ketols are the more stable in alkali. They are stable in the alkali, but easily undergo hydrolysis in the acid medium, dilute aqueous solution. So diethyl ether is commonly known as the ether. Ethyl alcohol is commonly known as the alcohol. Diethyl ether is commonly known as the ether. Ether. It is dissolved in ether. So that is this is the ETO, ET, diethyl ether. This is the tetrahydrofuran, THF, tetrahydrofuran. These two are more commonly used in the as solvents. Chemically inert compounds, therefore they are used as the solvents. Most of the organic compounds are soluble in this, that is ether. Now next one is the preparatory procedures. One, from alcohols. Dehydration of alcohols or intermolecular dehydration of alcohols. So this is a very simple method for the preparation of the ethers. It is more convenient, this procedure is more convenient for the preparation of the symmetrical ethers. Symmetrical, but both the R's are same. ROR, same. In this method, the alcohol is treated with the concentrated H2SO4 at moderate temperature conditions, that is around the 140 degrees Celsius. If it is ethyl alcohol, primary alcohol, 140 degrees Celsius is used. So then what happens? Ether, symmetrical ether is formed. So this is converted into the protonated. This is protonated alcohol is formed. That is, the next one is the ROH. This is the nucleophile. This is the better living group. OH is converted into the better living group. Nucleophilic substitution is taking place. This is the case. SN reaction, SN2 reaction. That is ROH positive. Donor is getting the positive charge. This is R, that is plus H2. This loses the H plus ion and converts into this. This is the SN2 route. For SN2 route, that is primary alcohols are 1 degree alcohols. Take part in this reaction, that is through SN2 route. If it is a tertiary alcohol, it takes part in the, that is this is formed. If it is a 3 degree alcohol, this is converted into the minus H2O. This is converted into the R positive. That is alcohol, another alcohol molecule attached here. Now it is converted into the, this is converted into this. Now it is converted into again this. This is the route for tertiary. This is SN1 for tertiary alcohols. See, more it's a common reaction for the preparation of the, that is primary alcohols can be conveniently converted into the ethers under moderate temperature conditions in the presence of the concentrated H2SO4 around 140 degrees Celsius. So that is in case of the concept of 3 degree alcohol, there is a danger of converting the, that is converting into that is alkenes. That once it is protonated, converted into carbocation. Carbocation can take part in the SN1 reaction as well as wherever the carbocation is formed. That is the SN1 and that is the E1 are the competing reactions. In the E1 alkene is formed, in the SN1 ether is formed. So the yield will be very less in case of that is 3-degree alcohol. If you take the 2-degree alcohol, any 2-degree alcohol, it may give take part in the reaction, ether formation through SN2 or SN1 depending upon the reaction conditions. Both products may be formed. So it is very convenient for the preparation of the simple ethers. To prepare the mixed ethers, take we can take for the preparation of the mixed ethers, we can use a mixture of two ROH, R prime OH, that is concentrated H2SO4, that is around 140 degrees Celsius, that is heating is carried, minus H2O, but this is formed. But along with this, two other products are formed. That is simple ether with respect to RO, first alcohol, simple ether with respect to the ROR prime is a mixed product, and RO R prime O R prime. Three products are possible. So therefore, it is not convenient method. See, preparation may be possible, but separation becomes very difficult. Therefore, it is not convenient for the preparation of the mixed ethers by using this procedure. So simple ethers. So more commonly, if we take ethyl alcohol and treat with the concentrated H2SO4 around 140 distilled around 140 degrees Celsius, that is diethyl ether is formed. So more common preferred. In place of the concentrated H2SO4, we can use the Al2O3, that is around 250 degrees Celsius, or aluminium phosphate, that is AlPO4, can be used as the catalyst. So therefore, alcohol can be converted into the ether by treating with the concentrated H2SO4 under moderate temperature conditions. Under high temperature conditions, elimination takes place, alkene is produced. So that is whenever the alcohol come into contact with the concentrated sulfuric acid, then three products are possible: formation of the bisulfate, formation of the ether, formation of the alkene. So that depends on the temperature conditions. High temperature alkene, moderate temperature conditions ether, and low temperature conditions bisulfate formation takes place. So therefore, this is one of the methods of the preparation of the ethers. And I told you repeatedly that it is the more convenient for the preparation of the simple ethers. The second one is from alkenes. Alkenes. See, from the alkenes, that is the alkenes undergo the addition reaction. The CH2 double bond CH2, if you treat with the water, hydration of the water in the presence of the acid catalyst like the dilute H2SO4 or HCl or anything, this is what happens, addition takes place, that is this is formed. This is simple reaction, H plus ion, that is the CH3, CH2 plus, that is from here to here, water is the nucleophile in the system. This is attacking and forming the alcohol. So this is hydration, addition reaction. We are not talking about the preparation of the alcohol. So now what we have to do is we have to use that is the alcohol in place of the water from alkenes by treating with the alcohol. See, take the ethene. Treat with the ethyl alcohol. in the presence of the dilute or that is H plus ion acid catalyst. So what happens? First, here in this process you will get that is diethyl ether is formed. See, first H plus ion, which is taken as the catalyst, that is acts as an electrophile, that is ethyl carbocation is formed on this ethyl alcohol as a nucleophile, attacks on the carbocation ethyl. This is OH plus this is ethyl. So this loses the H plus ion and convert into this. You can take anything. You can treat with that is propyl alcohol, PROH, in the presence of H plus ion. It gives the CH3, CH2, O, PR. Ethyl propyl ether is formed. Suppose if you take the isobutene, this is a propane, and treat with the methyl alcohol in the presence of the acid like HCl, small amount of catalytic quantity of the acid is required. This is CH3, CH Markovnikov of addition takes place. This is formed. So first H plus ion attacks on this according to the Markovnikov's rule, unsymmetrical alkene. This is the carbocation formed. Methyl alcohol is adding on this and forming this one. So here, if you take this is the isobutene. If you treat it with the ethyl alcohol in the presence of the acid like HCl or H3PO4 or anything, that is what happens here. So ethyl group is added. So same old mechanism. This is Markovnikov addition, H plus ion is added, carbocation is generated. This is ethyl alcohol is attacking as a nucleophile. This is this loses the H plus ion and convert into the tertiary butyl ethyl. This is tertiary butyl ethyl ether, mixed ether. It's very convenient for the preparation of the mixed ethers. That is second one. The third one is the oxymercuration 3. No, not oxy. Alkoxymercuration demercuration. In the preparation of the alcohols, we have seen that is oxymercuration, demercuration, preparation of the alcohols from alkenes without any rearrangement, simple addition of Markovnikov addition without any rearrangement. This is here. Suppose if you take this is the alkene. If you treat with the ethyl alcohol in the presence of acid, the major product is that is OET. Rearranged product, major product is this. That is carbocation is formed. This carbocation undergoes this is the carbocation H plus ion attack. This undergoes Wagner-Merwin. All these things. That is Wagner-Merwin. This is formed on attacking of ethyl alcohol gives this product. That is a rearranged product is formed. That is a disadvantage for that is directly conducting the addition reaction on alkene by treating with the alcohol. So to avoid the rearrangement, to prepare this alkene, ethyl alcohol, that is this alkene, that is 1, 2, 3. This is this product, that is alkoxymercuration demercuration is used. So you know that is oxymercuration demercuration preparation of this one. Here in this method, a given alkene is treated with alkene is treated with that is alcohol in the presence of mercuric acetate, which acts as a catalyst. Not catalyst. Can't say it as a catalyst. It is Hg2 plus ion is finally reduced to the mercury. So it is not a catalyst. Elemental mercury. So this is, in this process, this is alkene this is treated with the 1-methyl alcohol in the presence of plus mercuric acetate ACO taken twice. This is called as oxymercuration. 2 is the sodium borohydride plus sodium hydroxide. So in this overall process, you get that is methyl alcohol. OMe is added. Methyl this one. If it is treated with the ethyl alcohol in the presence of mercuric acetate, 1 alkoxymercuration, second one is demercuration, sodium borohydride plus sodium hydroxide. Finally, you get this product. No speciality. Here, suppose if you take this product, it prevents the mercuric acetate prevents that is a rearrangement. So if it is treated with the ethyl alcohol in mercuric acetate, AC taken twice. ACO, sorry. Acetate taken twice, alkoxymercuration demercuration, sodium borohydride in alkali. Finally, you get this is without any simple Markovnikov of addition of ethyl alcohol takes place. So you know the cyclic mercuronium ion is formed. You know that is intermediate and formation and this. It prevents the cyclic mercuronium ion prevents that is rearrangement of the ion, that is carbocation formed. So to prepare, so Markovnikov addition of alcohol and alkene without any rearrangement, that is this procedure is used. It's just treating with the alcohol in acid solution, that is treated with the alcohol in mercuric acetate solution, followed by reaction with the sodium borohydride in alkali, which is known as that is demercuration process. So this is the Markovnikov addition without any rearrangement at all. So suppose demercuration process. And now fourth one is that is the Williamson synthesis. This is a popular reaction, you know, the many times we have used here. What are the reactants? That is, reactant is alkyl halide, RX. Reagent is the chemical that is used to convert the reactant into product is that is sodium or potassium alkoxide. The problem with this is it is a SN reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction. The problem with this is, and problem with this is, here problem with this is, here the alkoxide ion is a very strong base. So that is alkyl halides, the main reactions are, they take part in the SN reaction, substitution reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction. They take part in the elimination reactions. Elimination reactions, E2, E1, whatever it is, elimination reactions. So, see, these two are the competing reactions. As the strength of the base increases, in the presence of the strong base, they promote, they are prone for the elimination. Weaker the base, substitution. Stronger the base, elimination. But high temperature conditions are required. Therefore, what happens here? Very simple procedure. This is very convenient for the preparation of the mixed ethers. It is mainly used for the, that is the preparation of the mixed ethers. So here, what they do, alkyl halides, this is the ether, mixed ether. See how to prepare this ether. So one alkyl group is taken in the form of the alkoxide, alkyl halide. The other alkyl group is taken in the form of sodium or potassium alkoxide. This is a nucleophile as well as a base. All nucleophiles are bases. All bases are nucleophiles. So that is, if the nucleophile is a strong base, then it promotes the elimination in this. The tendency of the different alkyl halides to take part in the elimination is, as the degree of the alkyl halide increases, that is, tendency to take part in the substitution decreases and elimination increases. Primary substitution, tertiary elimination. So therefore, what happens here? Always in the Williamson synthesis to prepare the mixed ethers, that is, a lower degree of the alkyl group is taken in the form of alkyl halide, and higher degree is taken in the form of that is alkoxide, which acts as a base. So that is more of substitution, less of elimination. To prepare that is and primary and secondary are taken. Primary alkyl groups, and among the R and R prime, the primary, secondary and tertiary are taken in the form of alkoxides. Primary alkyl group is taken in the form of alkyl halide, because if the primary group is in the form of alkyl halide, the tendency to take part in the elimination is less, substitution is more. Elimination product is less, we can minimize. To prepare that is anything that is you take that is tertiary butyl, that is ethyl, more common example. See here, to prepare this is one R, this is the R prime. It is the primary alkyl group, this is the tertiary alkyl group. One has to be taken in the form of alkoxide and other has to be taken in the form of this tertiary alkyl halide, any chloride, bromide. The other one is this is taken in the form of alkoxide, sodium or potassium, anything. And the other way is that is, you can take this has the tertiary group as the alkoxide and primary as the alkyl halide. Here you compare the alkyl halides. Here primary alkyl halide, it is the reaction in which the 3-degree alkyl halide is involved and reacting with the strong base. Both are. So as the degree of the alkyl halide increases, primary to tertiary, the tendency to take part in the substitution decreases and elimination increases. Therefore, here the major product is this here, that is product is, that is not the substitution, this is a SN reaction. This is elimination takes place and isobutene is formed, 2-methyl propene or isobutene is formed. That is the elimination. This is the major product is that this is the major product, that is tertiary butyl, that is ethyl ether. This is the method of preparation of this one. Anything that is and if you want to prepare the isopropyl, that is ethyl ether. See, this is the 2 degree, this is the 1 degree. Better to take that is the 1 degree as the alkyl halide, and this is the secondary as the higher degree as the alkoxide, isopropoxide. So this is the tendency to take part in the elimination is less and substitution is more. So that is anyway, that is if in the preparation of the mixed ethers, that is alkyl, lower degree alkyl group is taken in the form of alkyl halide, higher degree is taken in the form of alkoxide. See, this is the ether, right? This is the ether. One is the tertiary. To prepare the tertiary ethers, to say the word tertiary ether, both need not be tertiary. In the ether, if the one of the alkyl group is tertiary, then you can call it as the tertiary. To prepare the tertiary ethers, the more convenient method is that is alkoxymercuration, demercuration. So same thing we can prepare. See, this is the plus, that is ethyl alcohol in the presence of acid or alkoxymercuration. This is the best procedure. Alkene is treated with the isobutene is treated with the ethyl alcohol. So this is the best method for the preparation of this one. And next one is the preparation of the anisole or phenyl ethers. See, phenyl ether, which is called as the phenyl ether. The phenyl ether is nothing but that is in the ether, one of the R group is benzene ring. This is phenyl ether. Among the phenyl ethers, this is the phenyl ether. It can be methyl, it can be ethyl, or it can be isopropyl, or it can be tertiary butyl, whatever it is. That is the best thing. See, among this important is that is anisole is the important compound. Anisole is the important compound. See, here to prepare the anisole, take that is phenol and treat with the sodium hydroxide, which is converted to the sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. This is treated with the methyl iodide. So nothing but that, you see, this is, and this is the mixed ether. One is taken in the form of the alkyl halide. The other alkyl group is, or aryl group is taken in the form of alkoxide. Here in this, that is aryl group to be taken in the form of alkoxide or phenoxide. The alkyl group to be taken in the form of alkyl halide. Here you get that is anisole. So that is phenol to anisole. Treat with the sodium hydroxide followed by methyl iodide treatment. If you treat with the ethyl iodide or ethyl chloride or bromide, whatever it is, that is an SN reaction takes place, that is phenol is formed, ethyl phenyl ether is formed. So whatever it is, if it is treated with if it is treated with the isopropyl chloride, that is you will get that is again phenyl ether is formed. This is isopropyl phenyl ether is formed. So here the next thing is the generalized procedure is that is for the preparation of the anisole or methyl ether. Anisole is a methyl ether, that is one of the alkyl group is methyl group. See here, what we are doing, that is take the phenol, treat with the diazomethane. I wrote the structure of the diazomethane many times. So this takes this is the active hydrogen. Active hydrogen of the organic compound can be replaced with a methyl group, and that is in place of the active hydrogen we can introduce the methyl group. That is here you get anisole. Plus N2. What is happening here? This is taking the carbanion is taking the hydrogen, and this is converted into the CH3N2 plus. This is attacking on this. This is going out. That is converted into that is methyl phenyl ether plus nitrogen gas. So anyway, that is any alcohol. If it is the alcohol, this is alcohol, treat with the diazomethane, CH2 minus N2 plus diazomethane, we write it as a CH2N2, just. It is a nucleophile. It takes the hydrogen first, ROCH3 is formed. This is overall reaction is this. In place of the active hydrogen, methyl group is introduced. Alcohols are converted into methyl ethers, and carboxylic acids are converted into the methyl esters, and active hydrogen is replaced. You can take anything, you can take the ethyl alcohol and treat with the diazomethane, you get that is ETO, that is CH3 is formed plus nitrogen is formed. So here in this procedure we are preparing the exclusively, that is the ethers are prepared. Methyl ethers are prepared. Meaning of the methyl ethers are that is in the ether one of the alkyl group is methyl. See here. So suppose, and this is the third case, and third one is from phenol to anisole. This is the phenol, and phenol to anisole, dimethyl. That is DMS. Dimethyl sulfate, DMS, in the presence of methylating agent. Dimethyl sulfate, DMS, methylating agent. This is converted into that is anisole. DES, that is this is OH minus phenol acid converted into the phenoxide ion. Phenoxide ion is reacting with the O, yes, double bond O, OCH3. This is the dimethyl sulfate. This is attacking on this. This is breaking. This is phenoxide. Methyl group is introduced. This is converted into the CH3O, SO3 minus. Methyl sulfate ion is formed. This is methylation takes place. So phenol to sodium, that is so methylating agent. If you treat with instead of this, if you treat with the phenol is treated with that is DES, diethyl sulfate, in the presence of the base, that is ethylation takes place. O-ethylation takes place. That is phenol is formed. Ethoxybenzene, ethyl phenyl ether is formed. Same thing. This is phenoxide ion is formed. This is instead of methyl, there will be ethyl. The ethylation takes place. So these are the methods of preparation of the ethers.